We are here with Steve Davis with the LKN Skate Shop in downtown Mooresville. Steve, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for inviting me.
Just to get started, can you tell us how you ended up opening up a skate shop in downtown Mooresville?
I had a shop in Denver for 4 years. When they built the new skate park in Mooresville, I decided to move to Mooresville because I live there. So I chose to go downtown. Hopefully the downtown is going to revitalize with some new restaurants coming in and that type of thing. Plus I'm close to the park. And I've got a son that's 14, Jackson, that skates competition all over the country.
Wow.
Then I got an 8-year-old that's learning under his brother. So Jackson stays going pretty much probably 4 to 6 months out of the year skate in California and Florida and all over the country.
Wow, that's big.
I more or less did it to be able to get into the surf expos and the ASRs in California and to be able to tour the factories. And it kind of did it as a hobby in Denver because I had another business, but now I'm doing it full time.
That's great. And you obviously sell all the different equipment that people need that are, I guess, from novices to serious skateboarders. If somebody's just kind of wants to get started and isn't familiar, could you talk about what's needed and how much it costs to get going?
For the little guys learning out, they come with a set of pads that has knee pads, elbow pads, and wrist guards.
So it's all together in there.
That's a one packet type thing. And then they've came out with a new pad company this year. It's called Soft Pads, whereas these are very hard. These are a little bit more relaxed to skate in because they're very soft. And some skate parks require helmets. Some require full pads.
Which the one we just spoke to does require a helmet.
Helmet, but not pads. I think
pads,
they do for kids under 7 or something. They do require pads. Mooresville Skate Park requires nothing. A lot of the skate parks won't require anything. Tampa, California parks don't require pads. Most of your little kids are going to want a helmet. They offer them from Bones helmets, which is going to be a more expensive helmet. You're paying for the name, down to a ProTech helmet. They make many different brands of helmets. We don't carry any of the cheaper stuff like some of your bigger chains carry. I won't call it any names, but some of the bigger chains. After you buy your board, we offer pro model deck boards, probably 50 boards on the wall. Down to blank boards for like $39 versus boards go up to $120. Then you got to buy the trucks, run from $29 to $80. Your wheels run from $20 to $40, and bearings run from $10 to $100.
So can you buy a board with everything on it, or you? We
do carry completes at Christmas time. I don't usually carry them unless they're at Christmas, like price point boards, but they're not your bigger chain boards, because your bigger chain boards are pretty heavy. They got really cheap product on them. Like, again, I won't call it any major chains, but all of our stuff is good quality stuff.
Now let me ask you, if someone's on a budget but their kid wants to get into skateboarding, what's the minimum you're going to have to spend? Like what do you need, obviously, if you're going to be going
with helmets, pads, the whole blown deal? Depending on the board, we carry a price point board at Christmas, and I can carry them anytime. Order them on a Monday, have them on a Tuesday. That board's around $80. So you're looking $44 for a helmet. Probably looking $150.
Okay, well that's not bad for getting started, because you
can go to the bigger chain stores and probably get out for $80, but you really don't have good product as far as quality of stuff that's going to last.
Is that a safety issue as well as a performance issue? If the quality isn't as good, or is it really just that you're not going to?
The cheaper model boards at your big stores have really, really heavy trucks, wheels that don't hold up, they're going to crack, and the boards are really thick and heavy. So really it burdens the kid trying to skate a board that weighs 6, 8, 9 pounds heavier than a regular board. And we also offer little boards, like for your little guys, 5, 6-year-old boards. They're the same shape of the board, but they're called minis. So they're like half the size, where if a small kid's starting out, he really needs to start out on a mini because he can work with it better than working on a board, say my size. So that it gets more proportionate to his body.
Well, let's talk about the history a little bit. We've talked about skateboarding parks and the equipment, but when I was growing up, skateboarding really wasn't that common. But it did start off a long time ago. So just give us a little history of how it started,
Skateboarding's evolved in California from surfboards, and then they cut down the surfboards and started making skateboards out of them. Got big back in the 70s, dropped off a little in the 80s, and the 90s it started picking back up.
And why is that? Why do you think all of a sudden it's...
You've got better skaters skating. You've got the X Games now. You've got the Maloof Money Cup that goes on. There's a very nice camp in Pennsylvania called Camp Woodward. You go and send your kids off to camp for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, whatever they want to do. It's owned by Target and PlayStation. That's put big money into it, so it's expanded. And it's more like a summer camp up in the Amish country.
But isn't it kind of like snowboarding now, though, in the summer?
Pardon?
Snowboarding, you know, the kids, it was skiing for a while, then people really got into the snowboarding, and it's kind of, isn't that similar to skateboarding?
It's similar, yeah.
So maybe it's transitioning over as well?
Yeah.
From...
But skateboarding's really grown in the past year or so as far as sales and
yeah, you were saying it's what, $7.22 billion in 2008?
Yeah.
It's huge.
Maybe some of that's the celebrity factor too, because everybody's heard of Tony
Not your
Hawk.
I wish it was in my store, but no. That's from East Coast to West Coast. And your skateboarding's going to be bigger on the West Coast because that's where all your manufacturers are and all the product comes from. It's from the West Coast. But yeah, it's growing really fast. Olympics are looking at it. You got the Duke Tour, X Games, and the Maloof Money Cup are the three biggest things. I mean, a kid won the Maloof Money Cup, won $100 grand for an hour's worth of skate. He's 14 years old.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So there's big money in it. I mean, probably 70–80% of your kids aren't going to make it to that level, but it's still a fun sport for them.
Another activity.
I mean, you don't have a coach yelling down their head, do this, do that. It's more of your own
independent,
Right.
And in addition to the skateboard equipment, you also sell different kinds of high-end skateboarding shoes and
this
apparel.
Is just one shoe. It's an ES. We carry many different brands: Etnies, Americas, Vox. By Christmas, I'll have DVS, Fallen, Lakai. I'll probably have 15, 20 different styles of shoes on the wall. And we are carrying them down to size 1s, which is going to be the little guy's shoes.
That's cute.
Because when my kids were growing up, the smallest shoe you go in the skate shop is a 6.
Yeah.
So we really struggle finding kids little guys' shoes. So we do carry them down to 1, and I can order them for toddlers as far as little teeny guys.
To all ages now.
But I don't carry them because the toddlers are very few and far. I mean, I'll special order them.
Yeah.
But I do carry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the used shoe.
All right, great. And you have a sale on shoes right now, 10% off all new shoes, and select shoes are 40% off.
Yeah, every season you'll have spring, summer, fall, and winter shoes. Then they have a holiday order, and they have a back-to-school order. So there's 5, 4, 5, 6 seasons shoes come out. And once the new ones come out, everything I've got left over from that previous year, I'll throw them out and blow them out at 40%. So if you catch me early, you can really get some $70 shoes for $40.
Yeah, that's
and you also
great.
have a coupon on our website, so you can go to lknsavings.com. There's a $5 off a $25 or more purchase. So thank you so much for coming on the show, Steve.
Thanks for
Great
inviting me.
information. Thank you. All right.
Have a nice
Take
day.
care. You too. Thank you.